it going, everybody? My name is Zeneis, and welcome back to another episode of TibiaME. So, in this episode, it's a little bit longer, just because what we are doing is we are rescuing Nin from the prison. And as I said, I think in my last episode, I said something about the fact that this is kind of the midway point. This is what I would consider like the middle part of the movie. You're struggling to get the hero or whatever, I don't know, whatever crap you want to compare it with. I don't really care. Basically, this quest is kind of you risking everything to go save Nin, who is one of the rebellion leaders from the prison, and of course you're in the middle of enemy territory, so you are going to be facing a lot of different enemies, so I would try to be well prepared if you could. This one is a little bit tricky when it comes to opponents. When I first walked into this cave, you have a bunch of different what are called shoguns. I don't know exactly how you would pronounce it, and I'm just confirming right now. A shogun. I'm going to call it a shogun because that makes sense to me grammatically. A shogun, they are weak to fire damage. So I went back and I got my fire weapons, my fire spells, and all that jazz, and then I just kind of went to town on this quest. And the problem with that is the next enemy you are going to face is within the compound, which is going to be a warden, and they look identical to a shogun. However, the difference being is a shogun is weak to fire damage and a warden is weak to electrical damage. I did not know that going into it, so before you start this quest, I did absolutely fine with my fire weapon all throughout this. I'm level 31 right now. I have my pet. I'm not really weak to a lot of different enemies on Yabutu at this time. I do have some concerns later on, which I will get to later in the episode. But as of right now, I'm not super worried about you guys not being able to handle the enemies in here. So, Nin, you will never break me, huh? You aren't one of the wardens? My name is Nin. Who are you and what are you doing here? My daughter Fang sent you to rescue me? Well, thank you. I never thought I would escape these walls alive. Fang is very determined. I should have known that. She will find a way. But I can't leave now. Many more of the rebels have been imprisoned in this jail, and they are awaiting their execution. I have to release them too, but the weeks in the cell have left marks on me. I'm not strong enough to mess with the wardens. Free them, please? I promise I will pay this favor back. Climb on the rope to enter the cell complex. Most of the wardens got cell keys. Kill them, use their cell keys, and rescue my brothers in the cells. Take care. Alright. So, it's a pretty straightforward quest. You have to enter into 10 different cells and talk to 10 different rebels. From what I remember, there are 12 cells in total, and some of the cells have criminals in them, which are just another form of monster that you have to fight. I don't know what attack, I don't know what damage they're susceptible to or anything like that. I'm just going to let you know before I enter one of the cells which one has the actual rebels in it that you need to go to. If you start out on the top here, most of these cells have the rebels in them, so you don't have to worry about entering the wrong one and then having to fight them. If you want, this first cell absolutely has a rebel in it, I can guarantee you that, and the next cell over. If you want, go over to the wall of the cell and try to look into the next one just to see if you can see a criminal walk nearby. And all of these rebels are saying the same thing, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But if you want to walk over to the edge of the cell to see if you can see what's in the next cell so you don't get attacked right out of the gate, feel free to do that. That is a very, very efficient way of doing that so that you don't get attacked. If I remember correctly, yes, this one is good too. It's the next one over that has criminals in it. So I would not, obviously there are 3 of them, don't go in there. Don't risk it. I don't know how powerful they are. I did take on one This one is clean. We're gonna come back to it. But one of them up here at the top, I do go into just to show you guys what you can expect from these guys. They're not really that hard. I just don't want you walking into a situation that you are gonna have a difficult time getting out of. But yeah, you should be fine. As I was saying earlier, I am worried about later on in the game. So I logged onto my World 14 account with my Zeneis character, who is level 43 now, I think. And I went to Yabutu and I took one of the old portals, and I ended up taking on what is a dragon of Yabutu. It's called a long. And basically, it was very difficult. So I thought it might be a little bit harder to do if I'm level 31. Probably later on in the game, I'll be a higher level. So we'll say 33, 34. I still think it's going to be rather difficult for me to take that monster on by myself, even with a pet. So I'm a little bit concerned about the game on this island later on. However, I'm not. We're not there yet. We don't have to worry about that just yet because we're still focusing on this. And who knows? I don't know how this quest plays out. I don't know if we're going to have to take on a long creature in order to finish the quest. This is the cell I was talking about. This cell all the way over on the right. There is a criminal in here. I just walked into it. Don't make that mistake. Don't make the same mistake I did and walk into that cell. I mean, you get some experience from it, but why would you risk it? Why would you go into a cell and waste keys when you don't need to? So just be aware that there is a criminal in there and it's not going to help you forward on the quest. But as I was saying, I don't know what the rest of the quest holds on Yabutu, so we might not take on a long. So this concern of mine might be trivial. I might not have to worry about it, but it's something that I am thinking about because I don't know how widespread this quest is. So we will cross that bridge when I get to it. I might, after I record this episode, I might look ahead to see what is going on in the future of this quest, but that'll be for another time. That'll be for another time. There are a few on this cell block on this bottom level that I did not do either. And I don't record me going into those. When I get to the bottom area, I end up just skipping all of the cells that you don't need. There's no point in me showing me going into them in order to help you along. You know how to enter a cell now, so you know how to do this yourself. And so I'm only going to show you from here on out what cells you need to be entering in order to complete this quest. It's very, very simple, straightforward. I don't want to confuse you guys. I didn't want to end up walking into a cell and have someone walk into a monster or waste a cell key or anything like that. I just show you the ones that you need. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions or you do want to go into the other cells, feel free. Again, it's more experience, but I don't see it being beneficial to helping you complete the quest if you understand what I mean. So this one, and then I think I have one more before I am able to finish this bad boy. So yeah, let me know how I'm doing in these quests down in the comments below. I feel like I'm doing them a little bit chaotically, honestly, and I'm not able to capture the quest in the best way possible, but I don't know how to improve. So if you have any suggestions or you want to see this done in a different way, please let me know. I'm doing this in the best way that I know, so that's really all I can do. So if you have suggestions, please feel free to list them in the comments below. By the four winds, my brothers are safe now. Thanks. I won't forget what you have done for us, Zeneis. We are done here. Time to leave. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Thank you, Zeneis. My father and The other rebels are free at last. They have already left Minjung. Staying here will be too dangerous. You are truly of great honor and courage. The rebellion and I will be grateful forevermore. Before he left, my father gave me this reward for you. It isn't much, but it's the least he can do, and he wants you to meet up with him. He is headed for Jiangyu Forest to the west of Minjung. There is a secret hideout beneath the old Temple of the Four Winds, and be careful, the Emperor got wind of the retreat. He has sent his shoguns to search the Jiangyu Forest for the rebellion. Until we meet again, farewell. Awesome! So, that piece of armor that I got, if I remember correctly, had 18 hit defense and 18 electrical defense. Both very, very good, and I think you have to be, oh gosh, level 31 attribute stat in order to equip it. Yeah, that's pretty helpful, because a lot of the monsters on this island do electrical damage, and it's actually pretty hard to find something with electrical defense. So yeah, that's really nice to see. So this was a quest name that I cannot remember. Hold on. This was Prison Break. This was the quest called Prison Break. If you have any problems, please let me know down in the comments below. I am willing to answer any and all questions you may have about this quest. And if I am not responding, please know that TibiaME.hexit.com has all of these quests listed on their website. So if you get confused at any point and you need pictures and things like that to show you, please feel free to look on their website. They do a really great job on that fan site. I've recently been talking with TibiaME, the designers and producers of the game, and they really highly recommend that you check out the fan sites and give them some support where you can. So I've been doing that. If you feel like you want to do that, please feel free, and I hope you enjoyed. So if you have any questions, if you enjoy the video, please drop a like, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.